Codex 1307, back with part 2, the latest flea market haul. Big 70 book quarter book haul, and we'll finish off the indie books that I picked up, and then go into the few priced books that I grabbed, which were all like $1 to $3. Most of them were $2, and then 25% off of that. So it came out really cheap. Like I said, total was about $28 for all these. It was $14 for the 70 quarter books. Like I said, which makes them he does them all 5 for $1 when you buy a good bit. So that's a pretty damn good deal, I think. $14, like I said, that's about what, 4, maybe 5 new books, depending on the price. $2.99 to $3.99 a cover. So alright, let's jump back into these. Found these next books I thought were really neat. Found a good, what the hell? And my computer starts playing a video for no reason. Alright, anyway, I thought these were really neat books, and I hadn't seen this first little mini series before. So he had a run of Predator from Dark Horse Comics. A few issues from the regular series, and then like 3 or 4 complete mini-series. So had to dig through those and figure out which ones I wanted to take away this weekend. So I grabbed this, what I think should be a neat matchup. Predator versus Judge Dredd. Like that cover. Brian Boland and the Predator saying, "I am the law." He's in Dredd's outfit. Looks pretty sweet. There's issue number 1. Issue number 2. And issue number 3. So I had that complete mini series. He also had this one. This one is actually it's penciled by Evan Dorkin. It's really interesting. It's Predator Big Game. 4-issue miniseries. Had all 4 issues, so I grabbed those. That's number 1. Number 2. I like these covers. Number 3. And final issue number 4. So that's pretty cool. And then I have the first couple of issues of the regular series. So when I saw these, I had to grab these. You had issue number 3 and issue number 4. That was pretty cool. Really neat covers on those. Predator is, you know, the Predator. It's an awesome character in comics and movies. Now these next books, I grabbed these purely because it is a Jack Kirby creation. Most of these, I think all these are actually new. They were new Kirby covers at the time. And it's a series that started at Image. I think it ran for like 2 issues, and then it was another company called Genesis West, which took it over. You had this issue number 0, and that's a Jack Kirby and Jim Lee cover. Don't get much better than that, right? Here is issue number 2. This one was actually from Image. That's Jack Kirby and Eric Larson cover. This I thought was really neat. This issue number 3 here. It's Jack Kirby and Todd McFarlane. Again, it's hard to beat that, right? Kirby and McFarlane. And issue number 4 from Genesis West, another Jack Kirby cover. So had to pick those up. Big Kirby fan, and I think a lot of his non-DC and Marvel creations are kind of underrated by people. Haven't read this series, so I don't know if this is any good. Just the covers are done by Kirby, so maybe the people doing the interiors did not do that great a job, but it's Kirby covers, so what the heck. Well, it's written by Michael Thibodeau and drawn by him. Well, actually looks pretty cool. Nice bright colors, white pages. So might be pretty good. These next 3 issues, I was kind of surprised to find them at the flea market at all, especially in the quarter books. I honestly don't know how popular this series has been or anything like that, but the creators behind it, I would think this would be a pretty hot series. But I found issue number 1 of Haunt, and as you can see there, that's McFarlane and Kirkman, Ryan Ottley and Greg Capullo. So really cool. It's a McFarlane cover. So I'm interested to check that out, see what it's all about. Looks like it's some kind of symbiote costume again. They had issue number 2 as well, the McFarlane cover. And he's still got it. I don't understand why he doesn't do more penciling. I don't know. And there's issue number 3. So again, McFarlane, Kirkman, Capullo. I don't know. Any of you guys ever read any of Haunt? Let me know what you think about it. Interested to check that out. Hopefully it'll be good. And last quarter book I picked up, or 20-cent book, was actually kind of excited to find this in there. I have not seen this book anywhere. I've seen some of the later issues, but the early issues seem to be hard to find. This is issue number 1 from the Luna Brothers, which one of them is one of the creators behind Alex and Ada, which is one of my favorite current series. This is Girls, issue number 1. So looking forward to reading that, and I've heard a lot of good things about it, but I don't know, we'll see. And that is the end of the 70 20-cent books for $14. A lot of good stuff, especially for 20 cents a book. $14 for 70, that's really hard to beat. So on to the priced books. Like I said, these were all between $1 and $3. Pretty good stuff. Nothing mind-blowingly spectacular, but some pretty decent stuff here. I grabbed this because it's a Joe Kubert cover. It says it's Russ Heath art inside, and I don't know, the cover kind of speaks for itself. I flipped through it. Looks to be a pretty good story. This is Sergeant Rock 396. It's Children in War. Like I said, it's a great Joe Kubert cover. It says stories written by Robert Kanigher, illustrated by Russ Heath, depicting the young innocents caught in the agony of war. Kind of caught my eye. So hopefully that will be a good read. And the artwork inside is really good. Then grab this. These old horror sci-fi books from Marvel and DC are all pretty cool. Really like this cover. This is From Beyond the Unknown, number 21 from DC. 20-cent cover. I think this one was $3. It's in pretty decent shape. A little wear at the top, a few spine ticks, but overall still in pretty good shape. Really like this cover here. It says the dark star is absorbing the sun's heat, turning Earth into an ice world. That's Raid of the Rogue Star. Another story called The Ghost Planet. And a third story called Will the Star Rovers Abandon Earth. Most of these stories were, pretty cool. This next book is really funny. I hate this cover. I'm not gonna lie, I hate this cover. I picked it up because of the character that it's about. It was $2, 25% off. This is Personality Comics presents Elvira. I think they did a really crappy job drawing Elvira, but that's just me. But it is about Elvira. It's an unauthorized biography, and a big Elvira fan, so I went ahead and picked it up. Alright, next, again, with the older horror books. These are from 70s, early 80s, from Charlton Comics. Scary Tales, number 41. It's like a guy sitting there drawing a creature from Mars, and there is a creature watching him through the window. And this next book I was really happy to find. I opened it up. This is Bear and Werewolf's Haunted Library, number 70, also from Charlton Comics. Contains Steve Ditko art. Very cool. And finally, some Marvel books. Grabbed this issue of Amazing Spider-Man, number 260. He's fighting a hobgoblin. And looks like Osborn on the cover there. I think that's Harry Osborn. Yeah, neat cover. And it's Spider-Man under 300, which are becoming harder and harder to find. It was only $2. It's a little off-white, but other than that, no real major damage. I believe it's a newsstand edition as well. No big deal. I picked up a couple of pretty nice issues of John Byrne's Fantastic Four run. This is a really neat cover here. It's 253. That one's still nice and white. Really like this, the cosmic background. Nobody does it like Kirby, but John Byrne does a pretty good job. And also issue 254. And that one looks pretty cool as well. And John Byrne's run on FF is probably the best run since Kirby and Stan Lee. So I did pick up an issue of Uncanny X-Men to go towards complete my run. This issue 237, Wolverine and Rogue on the cover. It was only $1, 25% off, so it was what, 75 cents. Last two books here. Couple of times a month or so, and I go up there. He has books from this run, and I'm always surprised. I think a lot of these books are underrated. This one's not in the best shape. I think it was $2 also. This is Submariner, number 45, from the 70s. It's featuring Human Torch and Tiger Shark. Like I said, see a little crease here, a little bit of spine roll, some spine ticks, but not bad for a couple of bucks. I think this series is, like I said, fairly underrated. Not the best thing in the world, but it's definitely worth picking up cheap. It usually has pretty good art and pretty decent story for some Bronze Age stuff. I believe this this is what was really neat about this to me. It's written by Jerry Conway, and interior art is Marie Severin. I think she is a very underrated artist still. She does really nice work. Really, really nice work. A lot of detail. And I believe she penciled and inked this as well, so you really get a sense of how good she really was on this stuff. So I was very happy to pick that up, even in VG minus shape, maybe good condition. Either way, a couple of bucks. Very happy. And the last book I picked up, this is a really cool book. This is in really, really good shape. I'd say very fine condition. It's only a couple of minor spine ticks, don't really break color, and interior page is a little off-white. Other than that, this is Power of Warlock number 14. I believe it's Jim Starlin. And these Warlock books are becoming harder to find. See, the back cover is still nice and white. There's no big creases on it. Yeah, it's Jim Starlin and Steve Lealoha art inside. Like I said, page is a little off-white. Not that big a deal. Really, really cool interior art. Jim Starlin's story as well, so can't go wrong with that. Warlock's a great character, and I think this book was one of the $3 books, so pretty good deal, I think. So, yep, that's it. Like I said, most of the good stuff, the Silver Age books, must have been taken early. The guy said he got there at about 10 after 6. There were people already waiting for him. I just don't get that. I mean, the flea market doesn't open until 8. He tells everybody, you know, he opens at 7. They still get there at 6 in the morning. And he says they kind of, you know, seem upset if he gets there at 6:30 or so. And I keep telling him, you need to put his foot down. But he's afraid that if he does that, they won't come back. Like I said, I keep telling him not to worry about making them mad. Where else are they going to go? I don't know anywhere else you can get books like this at the prices he sells. I don't know anywhere else that sells quarter books around here. Most places, cheapest books you might find are 50 cents, and they're going to be in pretty crappy condition, and most of those are going to be issues that nobody wants, like 90s stuff and titles that you know, just aren't that good. Oh, one last thing, it's a new book. My girl stopped by a comic book store on her way home the other day. She grabbed, this is in the pull box for me, Bunker issue number 10. Haven't read it yet, but I'm looking forward to. Great series. Figured I'd throw this at the end since it's not a flea market book, but definitely a great series. I'm loving it so far, and can't wait to read this issue. So, yep, that's it. That's the end of part 2. It's a pretty big flea market haul. Like I said, he had 5 new boxes of quarter books, some stuff in there I just couldn't pass up to complete my run. That's the stack. 20-cent books, actually, like I keep saying. Couldn't pass that up. $14. Where else can you get that many books? 70 books for $14. I don't know anywhere. So, I just keep telling everybody, man, if you're ever down in Georgia, shoot me a message, PM me something, let me know if you have the time on the weekend, Saturday or Sunday. I'll be glad to either give you directions or meet you somewhere and show you where the flea market's at, take you directly to the guy, and you can dig around and see what you can find. He's still got a lot of good stuff there. A lot of things that I'm hoping will be there when I go back next time. Don't know if it will be next weekend, but you know, I try to make it there at least every other week if possible. So yeah, like I said, if you're ever in the area, hit me up with a message. We'll meet up somewhere, you know, and we'll go to the flea market, and you can grab you some quarter books. So thanks again, everybody. One last look at my background there. That's a print I picked up at SC Comic Con from Alan Bellman, Golden Age artist. Really nice stuff. Was really cool. Really happy to pick that up. So till next time, everybody take care. Thanks again for watching and commenting. I always greatly appreciate it, and try to get back to comments as quickly as possible. Semester is a couple of weeks away from being over at school, so that will free up a little bit of time for me, at least for a few weeks. I am putting in for graduation next semester, so hopefully that will be done and I'll be able to find a better job soon and have more money to spend on quarter books at the flea market. Alright guys, take care. Like always, keep reading those books. Appreciate it. Later.